Okay, here's a video with a couple flavors. We've got Red Energy from Aqua Vapor. Done on a V2 with the Liquimax blank. That's pretty good. And by the way, cheesecake from Aqua Vapor, to die for. It is delicious. Cheesecake, Aqua Vapor, 10. I've never given it 10 before. Cheesecake from Aqua Vapor is definitely a 10. It's just so good. Okay, so this is Red Energy though that we're doing right now. I've never had a Red Energy drink, so I've got nothing to compare it to, but it's pretty good. This is a used up at Liquimax Blink, and it's still coming through pretty good. I just washed it out yesterday. It tastes sweet. Um, Vapor. Good vapor for a pretty lousy Liquimax Blink that's been used up. I could vape that. Okay, the next one is Desert Blend. Let's screw that on. Oh, pulled the Drew. Dum Dum Drew here. Tastes like the Cubano. It's got that Aqua Vapor cigarette Cuban taste. There we go. Now it's coming through. Need a couple drags to get these things wicked up good. Desert Blend is pretty good. It's got a camel taste to it. Camel cigarette. I could definitely recommend Desert Blend as an okay vape. If you like real cigarettes, like Camel, you'll like Desert Blend. Okay, next flavor is grape. Grape. Grape is good. It's got a lipstick taste to it. Reminds me of grape chapstick or something. Grape lipstick. I've never had lipstick other than playing with it, and it's got that waxy taste lipstick does. Um, Maybe I'm thinking of chapstick. I don't know if they have grape, but this is what grape chapstick would taste like. It's coming through. It's good. Grape is good from Aqua Vapor. It's vapable for sure. The kiwi from Aqua Vapor. Ugh. Something's madly wrong with their kiwi. I'm gonna write them and tell them I had a bad batch of 2 of their juices and see if they compensate me. Hopefully they'll send me out either the same product redone or substitution, or they might just say it's according to taste and you just don't like those two, we can't do nothing. But something's wrong with it. I've bought right now I've got 49 juices from Aqua Vapor, and those are the first two that have tasted like chemicals. It's almost like a Mount Baker chemical taste. Just unbearable. Okay, last one we're going to do is the VA blend, which is Virginia tobacco. I've got that on a twist Ego C, set at about 4 volts with a 2.2 or 2.4 ohm coil. It's okay. It's not impressing me. Let's turn up the temperature a little bit. It tastes like nothing. It tastes like nothing. I may have to mix this with another heavier tobacco that I have to give it some flavor. This is almost like an unflavored juice, the Virginia blend. It does have some kind of taste, but I can't place it, and it's so barely there that it's almost unnoticeable. This is like vaping nothing. It's like having nothing in your pro tank or in your tank. If you like a flavor that is flavorless and just going for a vape, maybe a slight taste of Marlboro, just a tint. I got it at 4.8 right now, and that really helped it a little bit. Um, Getting a new Vamo next week, or next week I'm buying it. Should be here in about 10 days. I'll be doing a review on the Vamo V2 stainless steel. Trust IntelliCharger 2 and the Sony batteries 18650s that come with it. I'm also thinking about buying two 18350s so I could get the full power out of, if you watch Pete Pisardo, he tells you that you need the two 18350s to get 5.5, 6 volts, etc. out of a 2.2 ohm coil. Otherwise it just freezes up and just does 5.2 with an 18650. It's a good vape. Virginia blend is very mild for those that aren't fond of taste so much of their tobaccos and they just want something light. It doesn't taste like a light. It tastes like I can't place it. Virginia blend is a risk. It's not like wow, good juice. It's like wow, you pretty much got no flavor or taste, and I'm just vaping some kind of weird taste that is mild. It's not bad where you're like, oh my gosh, this taste is overwhelmingly bad. It's just like just an awkward taste. Getting a head rush. Virginia blend is vapable, but why would you want to vape it? It's got no taste or kick to it. It doesn't have a throat hit. The only thing it's doing is getting me dizzy. And that's at 2.4 nicotine level. So the grape is good. Grape is pretty good. Doesn't really taste like grape. It does, I guess, but just mildly. It's not as pronounced as the cheesecake. Cheesecake is just like wow, pure cheesecake. The grape is like, that's good. but I think the grape could be a little bit grapier. Can't place the taste. I have to look. Oh, desert blend. That's why I can't place the taste. I was expecting a flavor. Desert blend is also very mild. I could go for that one though. At least that one has some taste to it. Let's get a little coffee and clean these taste buds off. And red energy. Red energy is pretty good. It tastes like I would expect red energy to taste, but I've never had it. So at least now I've got an idea of what that tastes like. Alright, so that's pretty much the reviews. Red energy was pretty good. Desert blend was pretty good. I think it'd be better with a nicer tank on it. The Pro Tank maybe would give it more flavor kick. The grape was pretty good, and VA, Virginia, from Aqua Vapor was just blah. I mean, no taste. Not really much to say about it since it's so tasteless. Alright, thanks a lot. I hope these videos help people make decisions. As I said, avoid that kiwi. The kiwi and one of the other flavors was just bad. I opened it up thinking, oh, kiwi, it's going to be sweet and good. And it was like, oh gosh, what the hell? No, no. And I was upset thinking I got ripped on some of my juices, because Aqua Vapor is usually pretty reliable for at least coming out with some kind of flavor in their flavorings. And this one had, kiwi had no flavor, it just had a chemical taste. So I've got that steeping right now. I'll do a review on it at some point. But I'm trying to do 4 a day. So that's the 4 for today, and I hope this helped. Thanks a lot, and happy vaping and vape on. Vape in public, discreetly. It's always good for them to know that we're out there and that we're trying to quit cigarettes, and that's why we vape. Either that or we just enjoy it as a substitution of cigarettes and don't plan on quitting vaping, but we don't think that it's as dangerous, which I don't think it's as dangerous as cigarettes. I still would not vape around a baby. I do not vape around children. And I try not to do. I've done it at Walmart. I've done it at the bank. I've done it at the gas station and at the video store. But at the gas station, it was somebody else vaping behind the counter, so we vaped real quick, or I did and she didn't. We showed each other her stuff, and that was that. At the video store, the guy was vaping. He says he vapes at work all day. Go ahead, take a drag. So I took a quick drag off my Pro Tank with my twist, and so vaping is accepted by vapors, fellow vapors, and they're out there. If you show them what you got, you'd be surprised. All of a sudden, wow, you vape too. Okay, that's great. And a lot of people that don't vape want to vape. Cigarette smokers are looking for reasons to quit, and sometimes they need a little nudge in the right direction, because being a newbie and having no idea what a Liquimax blank is, what a 3.7 volt Sig-like is, what an Ego Twist is with 3.2 to 4.8, what a Pro Tank is with 2.4 ohm coil, what adapters are to turn your power cigarette into a 510 adapter, with an adapter to put your Pro Tank on your 5 volt V2 power sig. They don't understand any of that. They just want something simple and easy, and a lot of them don't want to jump into anything big. From what I've seen, they want Sig-likes, and it's really hard. I had a friend just buy a Sig-like, and the cartridge that she filled, Cartomizer, lasted her 1 hour or so, but the Enjoy cigarette lasts her 2 weeks. So I feel like she got ripped off. She bought this thing with my advice, saying it sounds like a good company. I would give them a try for 30 bucks, 35 bucks, and $50 with a 30 milliliter bottle of juice, of good juice, fine quality juice. Doesn't sound like a ripoff to me, so I figured how big can a 510 Cigalike be, and she was very unsatisfied, so I tried to steer her toward an Ego Twist with the Pro Tank, because I figured that's the setup I use till I get this mod, and I'm very satisfied with it. I'm able to get good vapor most of the time by turning up to 4.2 to 4.8. I usually stay around 3.8 to 4.2, so I stay right around 4, and I get good vapes off a Twist, which my Twist is fake. It's from Fast Tech, but it lasts me 8 hours, and the voltage was checked, and it's good voltage. It goes to 4.8 legitimately, and 3.2 is actually like 3.8 or something. So the low voltage isn't accurate, but the high voltage is, and that's what we probably care about, is knowing that you're getting that high amount of voltage out of an Ego Twist, not the low voltage where you're not going to use it anyway. I mean, how many people use 3.2? You're barely getting anything out of it. I think a girl's more vaping at the lower levels from what I've seen. I don't mean that chauvinistically. I've seen some girls take amazing vapes, but it seems like the guys go for that monster cloud, and the girls just go and take these little drags. That's what I've noticed. I'm not saying that's the standard. Each vapor is their own style, their own technique, and that's what vaping's all about, is finding what works for you. I have times where I'm taking just little tiny drags, and then other times where I just want to take a monster drag, and other times where I just want to taste the flavor real quick and see how that flavor tastes. So I let it fill my mouth and sit there for a second, inhale, exhale real slow with my taste buds all ready and going off like firecrackers, trying to get that taste. So vaping is very individualized, and I think helping people, as I said, to get into vaping is a big thing. I think explaining to them that V2 is a very good company that I've been dealing with, and I'm not an associate or an affiliate. I just have been very happy with my V2s. I just got a little rap. Angry Birds, but they don't call it Angry Birds because that would be taken away from the franchise. They call it just Birds. But I thought that was real cute. For $1 you could dress up your Cigalike that's manual battery from Aqua Vapor, if you're curious, and helping these people to understand each detail of vaping. Voltage, wattage is something I don't think they're even ready for. I still get confused on wattage. I just think 8.5 to 10 watts and you're good. See how it tastes on a 2.4 ohm coil. But wattage is Ohm's law. You start dealing with that, and that's where I get confused. I'm trying to learn that right now, but I'm just saying that the intro vapor is not going to be dealing with that. They're going to be dealing with, do I buy a tank? Do I buy a clearomizer? Do I buy a cartomizer? Do I buy a Pro Tank? Do I buy a Vivinova? Bad luck with Vivinova. Vivinova sucks. At least the STV does. Alright, so I made this video 18 minutes long, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you see somebody that's trying to quit and they have some questions about quitting, it's always good to help them. There's companies like Fast Tech that sell people the quitting Cigalikes for like $5. They could get like 6 cartridges and a rechargeable battery that plugs into the computer, and that's not a bad deal, because these people don't want to spend $20 on a throwaway cigarette and then get stuck with an $80 price tag on a dual cigarette kit for Aqua Vapor, even though it's only $59 from them and they have sales during the holidays. So trying to introduce them to all the different companies and what their options are. It's always good to have them try maybe what you're using with a fresh cartridge or something, so they can get an idea, and recommend maybe an Enjoy cane or something, so they could try it for a day or two and see if that is something they want to do. That's what I did. I spent the $10. It lasted me 2 hours, but I was able to say I could do this with the e-cigarette. Or quitting without the e-cigarette. I was out there scraping cigarette butts out of the ashtrays at 3 in the morning so I could roll up my own cigarettes. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm craving a cigarette, but I'll just start vaping as soon as I'm done with this, and the craving goes away. So e-cigarettes do help people. I'd like to see some medical reports done by universities, done by independent labs, to prove that e-cigarettes, the chemicals, the VG, the PG, the sweeteners, that all this stuff is safe and better for people. I've heard stuff about them making, they're going to make e-cigarettes illegal to smoke in places, but they just legalized marijuana in Washington and Colorado. You know, the government makes no sense, but that's just my own opinion. Why would you legalize marijuana but cut people down from e-cigarettes? And they're talking about making the juices illegal to buy. They don't want companies producing their own juice now, which is going to really limit the e-cigarette user and bring up the price of juice. You know it is. And juice is already expensive. I spent $50 a month on juice just to make it through the month. Luckily, that $50 will make it through almost 2 months if you buy right. Mount Baker was cheap, but the juices were totally awful. I can't smoke Mount Baker juice. V2 is pretty good. I'm trying DFW next. I hear good things about them. iVape I've heard good things about. I try to watch a bunch of reviews, but the problem is Mount Baker offers $10 for if you do a review, so everybody gets their juice, wants that $10, and rates them really high. But how anybody can vape that stuff is beyond me. I mean, it's all perfume and chemicals. The chocolate tastes a little bit like chocolate, but it's like having powdered chocolate put in your mouth. Why would you want powder in your mouth? Alright, well, I'm not here to rip on Mount Baker. I wish them the best. They have some good supplies. I've bought batteries. I've bought adapters from them. The customer service is amazing. The juice, the chocolate is doable, but that's only 1 out of the 5 juices. The butter pecan is doable, but it's only something that you want 2 drags of, then you want to put away. It's not a vapable. Like the ones that I tried today for you are all vapable juices. You could vape these juices all day and be satisfied, where the chocolate from Mount Baker, I can't vape that all day. I could vape maybe a small amount of it. And the butter pecan tastes delicious, but only for the first 2 drags, and it's like I've had enough. So just beware. I recommend buying juice in small batches, like $20 or $15, just to see how the company puts out their juice for their bases, because their base, I think, is the problem. Some of these cheaper companies do fresh juice, they're claiming, and they need steeping. I've been told that a non-fruity juice or fruity juice needs to steep for 2 days. That's it, and then it's ready. And if it's not good after 2 days, then it's not going to be good. And I've been told that tobacco juices maybe a week. If they're not good after a week, they're not going to be good. So this stuff like Mount Baker telling me I can't use my juice for 1 month. I need to take the lids off. I need to shake the bottles every day. It's ridiculous. I just wanted juice. I didn't want a project. I didn't have to do this for any other company. Well, we make our juice fresh. Well, why don't you not make your juice fresh and satisfy the customers? I mean, I don't understand that. Every place else has good juice, and you don't have to steep it. So, like I said, beware Aqua Vapor's Kiwi. Beware, there's another one. I gotta check to see what the other one was. It was no good. But that's 2 out of 48 juices that weren't good. Even the Cubanos, I'm not too fond of the Cubano taste from Aqua Vapor, but it's not a bad juice. It's just a taste that doesn't satisfy my taste. So it's really individualized for taste, and that's why I just try to give you a base idea of what these juices are tasting like to me. If you like cheesecake from Aqua Vapor, 10. I've never had a juice that tasted that good, and I'm just blown away by it. I just, suck on it, and yum, yum, yum. It's like eating a sweet lollipop that's just so good when you haven't had one for a while and you want that, and you know there's bubble gum in the middle. It just gets you excited. So, enjoy your vaping. Please reach out, help others to vape. That should help us in the long run because supposedly there's power in the mass. And if more people are vaping than smoking in the next 20 years, I think we're going to see some serious differences in the world. Uh, there won't be the major tobacco taxes that they're having. Tobacco companies will actually have to compete for the first time with other companies, and that's unheard of. Right now, tobacco companies monopolize it. They raise the price. There's nothing we could do. I hear in other countries Marlboro sells for $1. The only reason they sell them for $6 to $8 a pack out here is because they know they can get away with it. So let's take our control back, and hopefully with the more vapors, there'll be more companies, and more companies means more competition. More competition means cheaper prices for us. It also means better quality products because we'll be able to find out from YouTube. And I'm surprised there's not much on Amazon for vaping. I'm hoping that changes. Amazon has amazing prices, and it would be great to buy a mod from Amazon for a super discounted price, or maybe even used at half price. So we'll see what happens. But either way, happy vaping. Vape strong, vape on, believe in yourself, and help others if you can. And that's about that. Thank you very much.